All right, I had a feeling there was going to be a part two to this video, and some of you might have predicted it as well. But I think this time I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it good. But we'll see. Time will tell, just like it did last time. All right, let's get to it.
All right, guys, it finally happened. It took a little over a year, but it broke. You can tell the welds didn't get good penetration. But now I'm going to do it the other way, and that'll make part two. So first thing I got to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut this off. And then I got to get a bolt that mounts in there nice and securely, so that way I can turn this down. Essentially, I'm going to make a jacket for this that's steel and make it a press fit. At least that's my idea to start with. So we'll see. Man, that's like the third time I dropped this. I wish I had a vise. Oh, I wish I had a vise. So I took a small pass at this so this would fit on here, as well as I put a center hole there. I'll be back. I gotta go tighten this with the wrench. That should be good enough. Alright, excuse the mess, I'm doing a whole bunch of lathe work here at the same time. But so I want to get that pressure fitted into a piece of metal. I found these, and I'm going to try to use these, and basically I'm going to run this tool through the inside and get as close as I can to that while it's actually going to be too small. So then I can heat this up, which will expand it, and then it'll fit over this. And then when it cools down, it's going to hold really tight. That's the idea anyways. Anyways, stop talking like this, old Tony. Let's go. Not quite yet. So this, I've actually turned smaller in this so I have an idea ahead of time before it's too late. All right, let's do some more. So we'll see, but my plan is not to actually leave it on here right now. I just want to see if it's the right size. And if it is, then I can make the other one the same size. And I know I've struggled to see much here, but... Alright, so you didn't get to catch that? For some reason it got stuck on the smaller part. I'm going to guess because of the scale that's in there. But, yeah, I'll have to make it a little bit bigger and try it again. So when you heat one of those rings up, it actually expands, and technically it's too small to fit over that when it's cold. So when it shrinks back down, it's going to squeeze tight, and that's going to give it its holding friction. Not good. Apparently it's oval. And apparently it has a lip. So I might just file that, especially because it's crusty. Get it beyond this little lip here, and then it'll be fine. Want as much meat on here as possible. That's a chunky boy. First, I find the center. I mean, this is nearly at the max of what my mini lathe can handle. But yeah, let's get a round shape. All right, so now I got that turned to size. I got to work on this little ledge here. All right, so now I got that to that size. Now comes the really hard part, which is I got to put a hole in the center. And I don't have a crazy good way of doing that because it needs to be like that big. So I have two ways I could do this. One, I could try to come at it off to the side, see if I can nibble my way through, but that's really thick. The other way is I could drill a hole through the center and then slowly but surely turn it going out and out and out, which will take a long time. I'm going to take a minute to think about this, and you will already see how I'm doing it. All right, I could not get that to work, so yeah, we're going to resort to this. This is going to suck. It's a lot of wobble, but she'll be okay. It'll straighten out when I do the next part. Alright, so I got a new tip on there, and it's going much better. I also put it at a better angle. But to give you guys any idea, I need that hole right there to be that big. So I'm going to save you guys the pain, and I'll be back in a couple weeks. I'll let you know how long it takes. So I finally got there. A little bit oversized, but that's okay. And if you're wondering how long it took me, it actually only took about half of the movie Surf's Up. Way less than I thought it would. Now I just got to turn this around and finish it up. First thing, clear that little edge up. I'm actually going to leave this rough. I really like that, and I think it adds character. So now I just want to even this up with this other side. put a line here, and this is just going to be a reference to help me make sure these holes are fairly even. May not be perfect, but that's my goal. Oh, that was good. You know, it's too bad there's not a way to clamp stuff to a table. There's one subscriber really confused about that. Well, you know what they say, if you suck at welding, you're good at grinding. Alright, so it makes sense. The reason why I had to grind it back is because of the fact that's a really sharp radius right there. So I need to make sure that's able to fit back in there. Close enough. Dirty Fast homemade marking tool. So just there you saw me starting to cut into the sides because I was thinking this ring was whole. I forgot that I decided to notch this so it would be easier to weld. So that mistake then made me realize the other mistake I had already made, which is that there's too much missing out of there. So I'm going to get this to fit and I'm going to proceed and weld it together. It'll give me a nice edge here at least to put a bead, and I'll fill a bunch of this in. I probably won't fill it in all the way though. On the bright side, goes on the bottom. So essentially, I had to weld it back shut, clean it off. There, one of my oopsies covered. Now to cover the other one. Alright, so as you can see, I got them both on there. That one's in there. I'm going to do this off camera, but I got to put a couple tack welds under there, then pull it back out and then do some welding to it. So yeah, let's get to it. And I can get you out of the sun. Alright, so I got that tacked and back out. You can see this whole area here is what I would prefer was still there. But since it's not, I'm going to use that as plenty of fill area. I got to be careful where I weld because I'd love to weld on the inside of this, but I'm going to have to hand file that out if I do, and that's going to be a lot of work. But I'm still tempted to do it. I'll probably cut in here and then weld it back shut. Cut it into a nice V. Wish I would have cut it into a V on this side, but I didn't, so we'll have to work with what I got. It's not pretty, but I'm pretty sure it's going to hold. So now, assembly. All right. Not sure quite how I can test this. I guess time is the only true test.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking along with this project. And till next time, keep creating.